To start, what happened? How did you hear about it? How did you find out that this was happening to you?
I had been running some errands in Anderson. I left the boat at about 1 o'clock, or excuse me, about 10 a.m. I left. And when I came back at about 1:30, when I went to step on the boat, it felt kind of off, maybe like I was stepping a little bit higher than normal. So when I got on the boat, I felt as though my equilibrium was off. So I went through the doors, and my dogs, of course, were excited to see me, but I walked in because I just felt like something was bad. And I felt like I was walking downhill, so I knew something was wrong. So I ran out, got back off and onto the dock and ran to the back. And the engine compartments were about 8 inches underwater. So I ran back to the front. I work out of town with FEMA for hurricanes, so I had some knee-high boots, waterproof. Put those on, came back, less than a minute. It was already pouring in at my knees, so I knew it was going down quick. I knew something was more than just, I knew we had big problems. So I called the owner of the marina, and he sent his crew over with a pump. But for every gallon we pumped out, it seemed like 50 more were coming in. Within 20 minutes, it was listing at 45 degrees. So everything that was on the right side of the boat had slid to the left, and water was pouring in. So I got my dogs out. They knew it was they thought it was gonna roll, so they're screaming to get out, get out. But my fiance's daughter, she passed just after her 18th birthday. The only thing that my fiance has is a lock of her hair, and it was in a safe. So I got back on the boat, and now the floor is now the wall, and it was dark and full of water. So I kind of swam, walked to the very back bedroom, and got that safe that the lock of hair was in, and swam my way back out. I jumped off the boat, and they said it's going to take the dock with it, it's going to roll. So I cut that last line, knowing that when I cut that line, everything I owned was going to go with it. And within a minute, it was gone. So from the time I got home, 45 minutes tops, everything was gone. It was underwater.
All right, and this is not just a leisure craft. This is your house. This is your home.
Yeah, we live on it full time. We downsized. We've lived on it for 14 months. So everything we have, I got that safe, and we left with that, our lives, and the clothes on our backs. So yeah, family stepped in, giving us clothes, place to stay, but to raise the boat and haul it here and get it out of the water is going to be about $14,000. So her sister set up a GoFundMe, but it's hard to comprehend losing everything you own in the blink of an eye.
And you had also mentioned your ring and stuff. Kind of talk about that a little bit.
Well, I'm a Marine. One of the only sentimental thing to me was my Marine Corps ring. When I'd come home, just out of habit, I took my watch, my ring off, and I sat my Marine Corps ring down on the counter. I was able to get the safe, but I wasn't able to get the ring. I was told about an hour ago that the divers were able to retrieve my ring, so that was a blessing. But I thought it was lost for good, but by the grace of God, we found that. And we were supposed to get married in April, so she had just bought her wedding dress, and that's, with the gas and the oil coming from the engines, everything we have is, if it's not destroyed, it's very close to it. So but at least we've got the boat up, but we're starting over from scratch.
And so you said that she set up a GoFundMe page. Have you guys sent us that link for that? Because we can post that on our webpage.
I think we have. If not, we will get it to you.
Okay.
We've set it up, and they've also given the link to the Cash App and Venmo, and some folks have decided to just donate directly to avoid the fees. And but every penny that we get is going towards the $14,000 to salvage and recover what we can.
And so, talk about when the divers went in. You said that they couldn't really find a source of the leak and kind of what they think might be the cause.
Originally, we were told that the out drives, it's got twin 454 engines. Originally, we were told that one of the seals around the out drives had deteriorated over time or just failed. But as they pumped the water out, the divers went through, and every place that water could have entered, any place where there's a wire or any entrance to the boat is completely sealed. So now the theory is that it was a plumbing issue, that because we have shore water, kind of like a camper RV that ran from the shore to the boat. They think that maybe one of the fittings or a pipe busted. So from the time I left until the time I got back, it was a steady stream of water that filled the hull, which of course made the boat lean towards the rear. And on Monday we had 3-foot waves on the lake with the wind, and they think that the wind, pushed the waves over the engine compartment. They filled with water, and it just took on water a lot faster than we could pump it off. And the owner of the marina, he's been here since the 60s, and his nephew runs it. He's ran it for 22 years. He said he's never seen one go down that fast. I mean, from the time I noticed it until the time it was underwater, maybe 45 minutes tops, everything was gone.
And to receive these donations from the community, how does it make you feel to see people come in and help?
I've never been in a position like this before. Yeah, but it's very humbling. The outpouring of support has been tremendous from everybody. It's very humbling to have nothing and have people that you don't even know offer clothes, or you don't even think about the basics like a toothbrush or toothpaste or deodorant, but the community has really come together, and the donations are coming in. Like I say, every penny is going towards this and to try to rebuild. For the first day, the first 24 hours, I kind of walked through it like a zombie, and then at about 4 o'clock the next morning, I think it all hit me all at one time, and I realized the extent my life had just been turned upside down. And like I say, I realized all I can do is put it in God's hands and take it a step at a time, a day at a time. And over the past few days, little by little, donations are coming in. We've got food to eat. We've got a roof over our heads. So, praise be to God. We'll get through it.
And, thank God everyone's okay. The dogs are okay.
Yeah, we can replace everything on that boat, but we walked away with our lives, and the two things that were sentimental to us, which was a blessing. So we can replace all that stuff. It's gonna be tough, but with the support of family and friends and people we don't even know is just so humbling and such a blessing. And we're so appreciative for anything at this point.